Hello, everybody. It's me, Ruby Plays, and before we get into the world tour, quick little saying. I would like to say, if you guys enjoy the streams and or the content on this channel, consider subscribing, leaving a like. But anyways, let's get into this world tour, shall we? Welcome, everybody. It is me, Ruby Plays, and this is our 1,000 day hardcore world tour. Now, I don't normally do long content on this world, but this is a big moment for me because I lasted 1,000 days, which isn't like me, for those that know. 400 days at most. So I want to do a world tour for you guys, and I wanted to start at the most important spot. Our field of subscribers. This field has been changed locations. It was originally around over there, but we moved it over here. There's some over here, but altogether, we have placed almost 3,000 seeds in this world. We're a little over 3,000 seeds now. I believe we're sitting around 3,030 subs. And honestly, I can't say thank you enough for any of that, guys. Like, this world lasted this long because of you guys. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But let's get into the rest of this world tour. There is an iron golem in my wheat field. Don't break any wheat. Anyways, this was our starter house that I didn't build until around like day 100-ish. The first 100 days was focused solely on getting good gear and murdering the dragon and getting a set supplies to actually start building. Now, as everyone on stream knows, but for those of you that don't tune into streams, most of my builds are fully decorated interiors. I do, however, need to complete a few of these interiors with the statue book. For those of you that don't know, it's a book that allows me to customize armor stands to allow them to do much more. You'll see what I mean shortly. So yeah, this was the little kitchen slash dining area, the hallway, our living room quarters. This was actually my first iron armor set that I ever made. And I believe that is the only diamond helmet I've ever crafted. I don't think I've crafted any other diamond armor. We'll go down there in a little bit. All this storage used to be like my main storage room, but I did a terrible job at organizing it. So yeah, and it's always empty. And our mascot, Chinese food. I forgot about you. No, I didn't. I could never forget about you, buddy. But yeah, if you guys notice all the little armor stands that aren't like sitting down or anything yet, that's why. I just haven't gotten around to actually placing them. But yeah, all these barrels and stuff, they used to have a purpose. I really love how this came out. This was our bedroom that I very rarely use anymore. I'm eventually gonna put probably like, I don't know, nothing there. Our old riches. We still have some riches, but not nearly as much. And then there was this room that I kept teasing for a little while that I wasn't going to show anyone. That's all that is here. There is another room, however, guys, that I won't show you guys. It's right on the other side of this wall. I don't plan on showing anyone until I die, and I release this world for all of you to view. I'm not even going to tell you how to get in, but there is a way in. Alright, let's head out of this house because... oh, actually, no. We need to go to the basement. This is the second most important location in this entire world. Come on. Alright. So, everyone that you see in chairs are people that have just been huge supporters for me. My mod team, we got Sapphire, Z, Inferno, he died. We're gonna bring him back to life eventually. Where is he? We got Day Day. And then the rest of these guys, they're just all people that have been around with this channel and really just gave me the motivation to keep playing and not give up. I have not been burnt out once in this world yet. And then all these items are the daily shorts. So many subscribers. I genuinely don't know how to say thank you to all of them, but just know I'm beyond grateful. Now then, I'm going to save the village for last that we built, I think. We're going to go... I kind of want to go to one of the newer builds first. So we're just going to take a nice long walk over here. I also want to note that most of this terrain is, in fact, custom. It was a very hilly area here originally. If I remember, I'll put in some screenshots. None of the custom trees, we got one there, and this one here, they are not designed by me. So I don't want to take credit for that, but I absolutely love them. And I feel like they add what was needed to this area. I definitely want to add more, and that area is going to be a full forest eventually, but yeah. And I'm sorry if you guys hear I'm a little bit sick. Uh, it's mostly allergies, but I'm trying to go through it. So this right here is our panda sanctuary. I made like a little resting spot for them, which comes with water and a place for me to spend the night whenever I'm in this area. I didn't really know how to decorate it, so I just kind of put bamboo everywhere. And a little rock that I'm pretty sure I missed a block. Yeah, there's a sheep in there. He's gonna stay in there forever. And one of our pandas actually escaped, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Anyways, if we come over here, this whole custom pond, I really do love how it turned out. It's nice and simple with a tiny little waterfall there and another one right there. And over here is our dragon warrior Poe, who's currently on his back playing with his feet. You got issues, buddy. Now, if we fly up, there is in fact a second panda. He escaped. He's right here. Now, this is the one, the only Jeffrey Dahmer. Yep. I don't remember the reason we did it, but we did it. So, one day I'll bring him back over, but it'll probably be a little while from now. Now, if we come over to here, this is actually our most current project. It is a custom river and a castle build that is far from done. So please do not hate me for the incomplete river. I got this river design from a YouTuber, Wax Fraud. He was doing a giant lake. And I really loved the idea of the warped mycelium, Nylium, being under the water. It adds such a beautiful blue tint to it. So, thank you for that idea. And then this whole area is custom. It was a giant hole in the ground. And yeah, we haven't made too much progress on the castle build because this is probably one of the biggest builds I have done to date. There are mobs in here? No. Okay. Sorry, it's like a mob farm in there sometimes. But it's far from done. We got a lot more work to do on it. But I'm still happy with the amount of progress we got done on it, with only finishing the design about a week ago. This is maybe about half of the materials that we needed. But it's fine. And I don't want to say I love this bridge, but I definitely do like it. It makes it feel complete. I like how it kind of just goes over the pathway. Wow, it's already about to be nighttime again. I didn't think this video was going to take this long. Alright. So let's head over to that area now. This is actually our sniffer farm. I remember in stream I got one of my viewers, not like mad, but in a sense I guess jealous, because he was telling me how it took him so long to find sniffer eggs. And then I go to a warm ocean, and within about 20 seconds I had not one sniffer egg, but 2 sniffer eggs. Which to me is just hilarious. And one of my subscribers is actually named after one of the sniffers. Can we sleep? No. Sorry, I just don't want to die. So if we come in here, this was the first little sanctuary that I actually built up in this world. This is where I grow the pitcher pods and the torch flowers. And this is Eli the Sniffer, who is one of my long-term subscribers, I should say. He joined when we were around 900 subs strong. And over here we have Ligma. For those of you, I don't have a bucket on me. For those of you that don't know, Ligma, oh god. Ligma has been with us since the first attempt at hardcore back in October of 2024. He is one of the first things that I make sure to get in every world. I would love to get a custom texture pack for a salmon when I name it Ligma, to just put like a little crown or something on him. But this sniffer doesn't have a name. I will eventually name him, but not that important. This was, that's a later issue. This was just a small little house that I built just for storage purposes from when I was working over here. I took most of the items out. There is still, as you saw, some. But down here is probably one of my favorite terraforming projects I've done to date. And it's also the smallest terraforming project I've done to date. But I absolutely love how this sniffer farm turned out. This took me about maybe 3 hours on stream to build up. Wow, this farm is actually pumping. I can't even tell you the last time I've used this farm. But yeah, I absolutely love how this small little cave came out. Anyways, let's head back up, shall we? I have one more build that I would like to show you guys before we get into the village. So let's make our way there, shall we? If you guys see any random cuts, it's mostly because I just had to go blow my nose or something, and I wanted to give you the heads up. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you behind the house. This was another portal that I saw a similar design over on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Pinterest. And I liked the idea of it, but there was a few aspects I didn't like. So I kind of made my own representation of it. But I don't want to take credit for the build itself, since a good portion of it was still from Pinterest. But nonetheless, I like it. Also, the door that goes nowhere. Oh! Oh my god, I am so sorry. I completely ignored my 2 dogs. Well, actually, 3 dogs over here. 2 of them, which are new. We have Tasty Cake Daddy. We don't want to talk about that. That was my original Xbox 360 gamer tag. Little fun fact. We got Fred, Melon Lord, and on top of my head, oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Cosmetics. Cosmetics. Oh my goodness, Jeff. Ooh. On my head is Jeff. Why wasn't he on my head? That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, let's fly over to one of the smaller little projects I did that will eventually become a bigger project. It's not too far. It's right around this corner here. This was just me trying to mess around with a similar but different build style. I felt like everything else was like very nice and like organized, and I wanted to try a more messy build. And I do like how it came out. This is also the only build that doesn't have an interior. It's got a bed and a crafting table. But I do actually really like how it came out. There's a few things that I might change about this area. Nothing about the house, but definitely about the area. I want to make this a farming district, so there'll be a barn, uh, fields of different crops, probably expanding in all directions, and a pathway that will eventually connect it to the rest of my builds. Because for those of you that don't know, I eventually plan on connecting this whole world with pathways. Let's also get rid of these placements for a minute. I use Lightmatica for a lot of my builds because I like to plan stuff in creative and then build it up in survival. So a lot of YouTubers do that nowadays. Is there anything else I want to show you guys? I mean, I do have a skeleton spawner, but honestly, it's nothing really special to show you guys. So let's just come into here. This used to be built, it used to be a village actually built on top of a hill that I absolutely hated the village. I hated traversing the village and everything. So I was like, what can I do to make it look nicer? So this used to be a very small little 3x3 villager house that I was living in up until about day 130 until that house was finally completed. We can make our way over to there. Also, all of these houses do have interiors except for that spot right in there, just because it's eventually going to be a bee farm in there. But I completely tore down. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there's a plane flying over my house and it's very rude. But if we come over to here, it used to be a small little rude. It used to be a small little 3x3 villager house, and I turned it into pretty much like a tavern slash inn. Also completed interiors, working furnace. And if we come up, there used to be a villager that lived in here. He's somewhere in the nether now. I am slowly changing them out to beehives from the trapdoors because apparently villagers and trapdoors don't mix. And all of the interiors for these bedrooms are actually pretty much just the same one, just like the blocks are just switched around a little bit. So I don't know why I use cherry wood. That looks so ugly, but I'm going to keep it just because I don't believe in changing builds. I'll add to builds, but I don't want to change the original idea of them. So, but yeah, there used to be a villager here, a enchanted golden apple for some reason. And he was a librarian, but I guess he just didn't like me and wanted to leave. And we have a random enchanted sword just chilling over here. Three enchanted swords just chilling over here. I guess since we're here, we can just make our way over to our apiary, I believe they're called. The ones that are like for bees and stuff. I just added this past like 2 days ago, by the way. Like this little bit right here. For a while, it was just grass. So the bottom floor is completely done. Seriously, another plane. Man, World War III is really coming. But I love the way this small little kitchen came in handy. And pale oak and dark oak stripped logs, by the way, look beautiful for a kitchen flooring. Complete with storage, by the way. Wait, was there some? Oh, I actually have rails in here. Don't know why. Okay. And there's a bunch of just like chest dumps shit around. Sorry, language. I'm trying not to cuss as much. I am trying to slowly become a child-friendly channel. And we have a bunch of these honeycombs just scattered around for candles. I made a little sitting area. It used to have the sitting mod, so I could sit here and watch my little whatever that is coming out of a box. Weirdo. And then we had our little sound system. If we come up, you'll see what I mean by interiors not done. It's eventually just going to be this farm on this side, but this one produces solely honeycomb. I want the other one to do bottles of honey. And they all have plenty of shears, actually. I'm kind of surprised. But this is only, I think, 5 or 6 beehives. 5. And honestly, it produces more honeycomb than I'll ever need. I'm able to pretty much make torches as often as I need. We, over here next to the honey farm, we have a graveyard. I don't remember who suggested I build a graveyard. I was originally going to try and build like a giant oak tree or something here. But they suggested a graveyard. I took it as, hey, I don't need to learn how to build a tree. So I jumped right on it. And yeah, I genuinely do like the way it came out. Don't check the sound. That was a very big Minecraft YouTube shorts trend going. I believe it's still going on. But yeah, this little area, I definitely love how it came out. Little market stalls that also lead to where all my villagers are. if we come over to here and come on down. Down there is my mine where I get most of my stones. A working sugarcane farm, not efficient, but it does work. The leftover villagers from my villager breeder that we had to get rid of. And then, yeah, all the main enchantments that I actually needed are down here. I do need to add like a few more like smite because I have this sword, but not really worth it. My original bee farm that was manual. And then this is where I come to get all of my emeralds. Not very efficient. Not very efficient at all. Also, this used to be a creeking farm, well, a resin farm, and then I rebuilt the resin farm up in the air when I found a very good, simple design. So I rebuilt it, it was way up there, and then I realized I had to tear it down because I didn't want to have a village with a floating farm above it. Alright, so let's make a left here, and we will come visit the blacksmith. I also really like how this came. By the way, all my builds are available for members over on YouTube. So think about it. Anyways, the only thing that no one can else replicate are technically where these tools are, since this is through a mod pack along with the mini heads. But I feel like that's not that big of a deal. Very simple interior. I wasn't really sure what a blacksmith would need. Let's real quick go to sleep. So, oh, actually, this is a prime example of what the statue mod does. See how he's like sitting there? Yeah. That's what the ones in my starter house are eventually going to do. If we come down here, this is our super smelter with a full roof, well, ceiling of obsidian. It looks terrible, but I refuse to change it. Also, the super smelter is not very super at all. It's very inefficient and fuel wasting. But we also have a lava farm down here that I genuinely do not use whatsoever. Yeah. My little flex box, all netherite tools, which I gathered up on stream. You guys should totally check out stream. I stream Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Sometimes Fridays, but that's not always a guarantee. Streams start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they last until I usually don't want to stream, so about 2 hours. I try not to play too long in one sitting, otherwise I risk burnouts. And I love this world too much to be a burnout. This was my first attempt at a custom tree. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. If we come into here now, this was supposed to be like a little farmer's market. The shopkeeper is one of our subscribers, Web Dimensions. He's also on the wall. And it's just a small little flower shop. I actually didn't put any flowers or anything in the barrels because I don't have a way to like mass produce flowers yet. Emphasis on yet. So, and then up around this way is where the shopkeep would actually live. So Web Dimensions, he doesn't even know it, but he got a full house all to himself. So if we come up this small little narrow way, we have a living area slash kitchen. Whatever you want to use this for, storage, a shrine to your favorite YouTuber, Ruby Plays. Wrong button. And then up here is where the actual living quarters are. This room, I don't know what to put here yet. This is like the bedroom with a little closet. You can put your armor up there when you're done working for the night. I don't think there's anything in the chest. No. So yeah, this is a very basic house. It was also one of the first builds I made in this world. So, you know, I was still kind of learning how to build. Granted, it came right after the blacksmith, which I absolutely loved. Now we got this guy. This is our storage room, which is also a very basic build style. Like, this is a normal build in my opinion. Come to the back, very emptied. But I just really like it. I feel like it came out very nice. Everything is nice and organized. This is where I brew all of my potions. We got all of our stone, sand, grasses, and miscellaneous like building blocks. Downstairs is a wall of all of our woods, rockets. I use a lot of bone meal in this world, so I want it pretty much downstairs is all the stuff that I use the most of. Scaffolding because I like them for windows. Any kind of lanterns, frog lights, torches will go in there. We got our obsidian and crying obsidian, which I do use a lot. Glowstone, I recently stopped using as much. Ever since I built up the frog light farm, I'll show you guys a little bit of the farms, but I don't decorate my farms at all, so they're all very, very ugly. Um, just a bunch of random farming blocks, what's left of my resin, bamboo, and like I said, these are just the primary woods. If we come up, this is more of everything storage. We got a bunch of leaves, nether blocks. Over here is where I put glass. I don't know what's up. This is my dripstone block box, I guess. I actually don't know why I have a double chest dedicated to dripstone, but okay, it can stay. End blocks, which I'm pretty sure I crafted all of these except for obviously the dragon head, enderman head, and the chorus flowers. Over here we got like the dyes and concrete powders. This was a wool box, but I took all the wool. A little bit of concrete, terracottas, mossy blocks, and everything over here is self-explanatory. Anything that uses leather in crafting is right here, except for item frames. Because I use so many of them, I figured they actually did deserve their own storage area. But yeah, I really like it. And then this book right here is actually every person that has donated or super chatted over on stream. Again, these people also make this world what it is. I could not thank any of them enough. It usually blows my mind when people really donate to me because I'm such a small channel. In my opinion, my builds aren't anything like some of the bigger YouTubers, you know? He's been up there for like 400 days. Wait, he's not even... I've traded with him before. Holy crap. Um, anyways. But yeah, I genuinely can't thank you guys enough for the ones who donate and everything. That means a lot. Up here was just like... supposed to be where the farmer slept. But you know, whatever. He's not even a farmer anymore. And then this was just stuff that I either A, forgot to sort, or B, just didn't really care about. We got some fish right here. I don't know why there's a bunch of them, but yeah. Slowly collecting all the little heads. Because there's going to be a scavenger hunt when I finally die in this world. Because there's a bunch of heads hidden around this world. Little fun fact. I'll show you guys where there is one right now. We come over to here. Boom. See? Little tiny head. I just have them scattered all over. This is going to be a continuation of the river. Oh yeah. This right here is all custom. This was not here in this world. It was a cliff right there, and then there was nothing over here. But this is also where apparently another head is. See, look, even it's a scavenger hunt even for me. If you come through this little entrance, Calico, I don't know how busy they are in life, but they were for a while a very big supporter of mine in almost all my streams. Down here, we got his chicken, Calico Jr. the first. He named it, not me. I think that might be all of our builds in the overworld as of right now. I put beacons in all the corners. I do have enough iron to like make them full beacons. I just really didn't want to waste it. So I guess we can go over to the skeleton farm. I will show it to you guys just because I did do the interior for it. but it isn't anything special. Nothing I would brag home about. Right there is our Froglight farm, the end portal, and if you go from this block diagonal about 200 blocks, there is in fact, hey look, there's a villager. There is a Wither skeleton farm. But in terms of farms, I haven't done too many, but it is what it is. So if we come down here to the floor of the Nether, where I don't really like to be that often, and come through this portal right here, followed by the deep slate tiles, you will arrive at my original enchanting and skeleton farm. Now, if we hop in the free cam, come over to here, it does work. It's just not really the most efficient. I mean, it's a mob grinder. Over here, I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was just collecting deep slate while I wait for this to like pile up. There's supposed to be a block right here, so they can't shoot me. This is where I was spending like the first like 30-40 days just like gather up levels, enchant, gather up levels, enchant, gather up levels, enchant, and then I was like, you know what, let me switch to villagers. So, oh, there comes the skeleton. So yeah, nothing too big in this area. I haven't really done anything at all in the Nether yet. I do plan on starting a Nether hub soon. This is where the original portal was. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. You're racist, you're racist. I suck at this. I don't have food. But, so yeah, I do eventually plan on building a giant Nether hub in this area. But I'm still debating if I want to do it on the ceiling or if I actually want to conquer the Nether and do it on the inside. That's a problem for a future Ruby, not current Ruby. But I think that is everything that is worth showing you guys in this world. I do have a perimeter in process that I plan on digging out by hand, but I've only dug out like one chunk. So, nothing to really show you guys over there. But yeah, I genuinely love this world, and it means a lot to me for everyone who has joined me on the journey of building everything. And I can't wait to see how long we keep this streak going. I would love to see you guys here at day 3000 for an updated world tour. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you enjoy the world, consider subscribing. If you really enjoy the world, consider becoming a member and also joining the streams. Watch me build this stuff live. Watch me have my headaches and almost die like every time. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for me today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm in a drive-thru of Burger King. Can I please get a Papa Jr. wear iron rings? Make it a meal so I can get